Hello friends, my name is Pratik and welcome to Community Coders. So in this video, I will be covering a bubble sort using Java. So without wasting time, let's start the video. So important points are the bubble sort repeatedly compares the adjacent elements and swap them if they are in a wrong order. I will show you how it will perform. So before that, let me complete this important topic first. So after each pass, the longest element move at the end. Okay, so let's take one example. Here you can see that 1 4 3 5 2 is one of the array, and you can see that these are in a unsorted manner. So let's take one iteration. Let's take it as it is here, 5 and 2, and a bubble sort we will be first bubbling the elements and we will check whether this is in a correct order or not. So you can see that the 1 and 4, these two are in a correct order. So correct order, which means that if the 4 is here and 1 is here, this is not a correct order. The order between the bubbled elements should be, the first element should be a smaller element and next element should be the higher element. So you can clearly see that this is a correct order. So we will be writing it as it is, 3 4 5 and 2. Next iteration, we will be bubbling the next two elements and we will check whether these are in correct order or not. You can clearly see that these are not in a correct order. So we will be performing in a such a way, we will be swiping the elements. Okay, so in the next iteration, we will be checking the next two elements. So you can see that these are at the correct position. So you can write it as it is, and we will be bubbling the next elements, and you can see that these are in a wrong order. So you can swipe them out. 5. So this iteration has been done because we reach at the end. So you can clearly see that the maximum element from this array has came to the last position of this array. So we will be keeping it as a fix, and we will be in the next iteration, we will be just comparing those values. Okay, let's take an example of I2. So 1 3 4 2 and 5. Okay, so we will be comparing these two elements first. So you can clearly see that these are at the correct position, 1 3. So we will be writing it as it is, the next rest of the elements, and we will be comparing these two. Here also you can see that these are at correct position, right? So 1 3 4 2 and 5 again. So we will be checking this 4 and 2 now. Okay, so now you can see that these are in a wrong order. So we will be swapping them out, which is 4 2 4 and 5. And now you can see that we have reached at the end because 5 is at fixed position, right? So this is the fixed position. Now you can see that the second largest element has came to the end of this array. So this is also will be a fixed amount. Okay, and now we will be performing a I3, which is a third iteration. You can see that the clear difference between this I1 and I2, which is we have number of elements in it is 5 elements, and in the iteration 1 we have covered the 5 iterations, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, you can say that these are the sub iterations and this is a super iteration. So in this super iteration 2, there are sub iterations 1 2 3 4. You can clearly see that the sub iterations are decreasing, right? So let's compare this next elements. which is this, that is 1, 3, 2, 4 and 5. So these two elements are at a fixed position. We will be bubbling the first and second. You can clearly see that these are at the correct position, right? So 1, 3, 2, 4 and 5. Okay, so next iteration would be of 3 and 2. You can clearly see that these are a wrong order. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now the 3 is also at a fixed position now. So 3, 4 and 5 are fixed. So as we have reached the end of this array, we will be starting the next iteration, that is I4 iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We know that from the previous iteration 1, 2 are the remaining elements and the fixed position are 3 and 5, 3 to 5. Okay, so we will be bubbling up these things and we can clearly see that these are in a correct order. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, this is our final array which is in a sorted order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is sorted. So this is how the comparison happens and bubble sort algorithm works. So let's code on this topic and I will show you how we can perform this using Java.
Coming to coding part of bubble sort algorithm, so let's take the array which is unsorted array, and we will be taking a length of it, array dot length. Okay, so as we know that we have to perform n minus one iteration, so this unsorted array will get sorted by a four iterations only because it has five elements and it would take only four iterations to get sorted. Okay, so for that we will be taking int I equals to 0, I is less than len minus 1, I plus plus. Okay, and inside the loop we are taking the another loop which is starting from j equals to 0, j is less than length minus 1, and we would be subtracting one more I because we know that after the every iteration we will not be going to the sorted part again. At every iteration the largest element will come to the end, so we will not be iterating it again. Okay, and we will be incrementing it. So here we will be adding one condition, that is array of j is greater than array of j plus 1. If array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, we will be swapping it out. Int temp equals to array of j, array of j equals to array of j plus 1, array of j plus 1 equals to temp. And at the end, we will be printing the array, that is array arrays dot to string array. Okay. One problem is here we have to change that to j, was my mistake. Okay. So once we run this program, you will get to know about that. This is a correct sorted order. Okay. So coming to the time complexity of this program, so it will take the n square as a time complexity, and the space complexity is O of 1. Okay. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe this channel. If you have more queries, I have created one channel. You can join it there on the Telegram. Thank you so much for watching this video. Keep learning. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.